and welcome to TWF. TWF and Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Montel Vertadius Porter here. And today on Collision or Hit, Wade Barrett is still missing. We still haven't seeked him. And we're just going to have to give up on looking for him because he's not showing up. Well, don't forget, Jim Ross said Freddy Krueger's hat also went missing too. His hat fell off his head somewhere, and it's somewhere in that book stand over there. I already drank something. I tell you right now, Tony Schiavone, and tell you right now, Tony and Jim, sometimes folks never show up again. So it looks like Paulie Dangerously is going to be filling in, taking away Barrett full time unless he went missing. Then we'll have to go with someone else then. It's a curse in a toy wrestling gathering when folks go missing, Montel Vertadius Porter says. But we're just going to have to go on. We're just going to have to yield and give up on never seeking him. He's just never going to show up. We got more luck of seeking Freddy Krueger's hat than we do seeking Wade Barrett, Tony Schiavone says. It's sad, Jim Ross said, that Wade Barrett's been missing for a whole week. We don't know where he's at. And unlike Aiden English, I don't think we'll ever seek him. Well, speaking of that, we got some good news, Montel Vertadius Porter says. We've got a new wrestler here in the toy wrestling gathering. We don't have to worry about him going missing. Or going missing or getting lost, anytime soon. That would be Grayson Waller. That would be great. That would be Grayson Waller, Montel Vertadius Porter says. Well, here comes Grayson Waller now. Alright, folks, it's time for one of the greatest wrestlers who ever came from, let's say, the folk wealth of Southern Land, Grayson Waller. Yeah, I know. I am one of the greatest things that the Southern Land ever gave to the rest of the world. Besides, I don't know, hoppers. Those beings that only live in the Southern Land. And, anyway. Well, beyond that, it seems that some wrestlers, some folks go missing and you never seek them. Well, you don't have to worry about that with me, Grayson Waller, because since I will never go missing. I will never get lost. So, first off, I'm going to bring someone out here that knows all about losing something. I'm going to bring someone out here that, on my show, that lost something. Yeah, I'm going to bring out Freddy Krueger. Well, why is he bringing out Freddy Krueger for? Hey, isn't it true, Freddy Krueger? You lost your hat? Yeah, I lost my hat in that book stand over there. Is that why you brought me out? So you can shame me for losing my hat that I've had since I came from Gaines Again many years ago? Oh, yeah. That is why I brought you out here, to shame you for losing your hat. No. The thing I want to bring you out here, Freddy Krueger, is to talk about, what is up with you always going after folks in their nightmares? Like, how can you take someone's dream, make it a nightmare, and then slay them in it? That has always been something in your films, and with be earnest, you have at least had 8 films. You at least had 8, you had 8 films. Well, I'm a nightmare fiend. So I have this fiendship, if that's what you call it, that gives me the skill to go into someone's dream, shift it into a nightmare, and I can slay them in it. That's how I do it. It's that smooth. So it doesn't care. Like, what if you have someone that can, like, have run and lead over their dream? You know, and they say, oh, well, I don't want this dream. I'm going to shift this nightmare into a dream. Like, what happens then? Well, there have been a lot of folks, Grayson, that had seek to do that. But sadly, they're not here. They're not living anymore. I slain them. So, yeah, there have been a lot of folks that have been looking for how to beat me over all my, over all my films. And sadly, it looks like my hat is missing for good. This is why I should have never had it on when I was put over there. Well, I am truly sorry to hear you lost your hat. You know, that your hat went missing the same way that Wade Barrett went missing. Yeah. I mean, I call bullshit on that one. You know. But here, you don't gotta worry about it, because here today I'm gonna wrestle you. And then you can be shamed for something else. You don't want to fight me, Freddy Krueger says. No, you don't. I might have lost my hat, but I didn't lose any of my skills or craft to beat someone. Yeah, this isn't one of your nightmares, Freddy Krueger, where you have the slay and might. This is the true world. And we know in the true world, Freddy Krueger, you don't have nothing. So, why don't I, have my match with you? Ding ding. Well, looks like we're going to get it. Here comes the Fight Lord in the ring now. Grayson Waller wants to fight Freddy Krueger. Oh, he just knocked Freddy Krueger down. Was he good or is he a heel? Is he good or is he a heel? Michael Lane says. No, he's mostly just thinking Freddy Krueger is a smooth goal. He's still a heel, Jim Ross says. Drop kicking, down goes Freddy Krueger, who it seems to have lost his hat, and we can't seem to seek that either. And Grayson Waller should watch out for those claws that he has. Oh. He should watch out for those claw gloves that Freddy Krueger has, Jim Ross said. Montel Ratadius Porter says, Grayson Waller, he's one of the greatest, he's one of the greatest wrestlers to ever come from the southern land. And if he can beat Freddy Krueger, he will be showing everyone why he's one of the best kept hiddens of the southern land too, Montel Ratadius Porter says. Freddy Krueger just knocked him down with his claws. Freddy Krueger may have lost his hat, but didn't lose his fiendship. Or what you call it, Tony Schiavone said. Freddy Krueger taken down Grayson Waller, which, gave Freddy Krueger for losing his hat. And Freddy Krueger might get his hat back. He may never get his hat back. But at least he could get a win over Grayson Waller here today. Hey, Jim Ross, don't you got another hat you could give Freddy Krueger? Yeah, but it's too big. It won't fit on his head, though. And it won't be the same kind of hat, Jim Ross says. I was just wondering, Montel Ratadius Porter says. Freddy Krueger missed. Grayson Waller hit him with the stunner, or whatever his hold is. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller has beat Freddy Krueger here today on Collision or Hit. And the bad news is that Freddy Krueger's hat is still missing. And another sad thing is that Wade Barrett, has gone missing too. We still haven't seeked him at all, Tony Schiavone says, and Grayson Waller has beat Freddy Krueger here today on Collision or a Hit, even if his hat has gone missing or not. Well, hopefully we seek where his hat went. Either it fell behind the book stand over there, it's most likely where it fell down from. But anyway, Freddy Krueger was really taken off his game here today, Jim Ross says, because he didn't think he'd be fighting Grayson Waller here today on Collision or Hit. Well, very few folks have beat Freddy Krueger in any of his 9 films he has made, that he's had so far. Hopefully we can seek his hat. But Grayson Waller's probably still a heel, even if he fought the Nightmare Fiend Freddy Krueger. Montel Artadius Porter says, alright, we'll take it away now with Mike Today. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Grayson Waller here today on Collision or Hit. Grayson Waller, you're a heel, right? Well, if you're a heel, why did you start something with Freddy Krueger? Hey, Freddy Krueger lost his hat. His hat went missing somewhere, fell behind the book stand, I don't know. And I thought he'd be a smooth goal. So, a bully who picks on a bully. Now, the way I look at it is I'm standing up to a unearthly bully, a Nightmare Fiend. And by beating Freddy Krueger, I just showed that he is not unbeatable. He may have been in 9 films. Oh, a lot of folks don't talk about the 9th film. Oh, forgive us, the new make. But anyway, I beat him, and even if he does seek his hat, he'll never be getting into my nightmares. Why? Because I am so cool that I give my own self nightmares. Oh, is that right, though? Well, are you worried about Freddy Krueger coming after you and making a thing out of it? Oh, no, Mike, today. I'm not worried about Freddy Krueger making a thing out of it. The way I look at it, I see it as a one-off. And if Freddy Krueger has a hard time coming after me, he needs to worry about seeking his hat before you worry about making a thing with me, though. Like I said, Mike, today, I'm one of the best kept hiddens of Southernland. Is that right, then? And that's my talk with Grayson Waller. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Mike, today for talking with Grayson Waller here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Montel Artadius Porter, we hope you like Collision or Hit. And we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw.